Hi, my name is Mel, and we're cooking today. We're making they call these in English taquitos, but in reality they're called tacos dorados with Mexican rice and some local
hot
Cheetos with a bunch of like stuff inside, and I'll show you how it's done. This is really simple and easy. Want to impress your friends and your family, let them think you're a great cook, you can just make the same meal every fucking time they show up. All I'm saying. Bye. So now we're gonna cook this motherfucking rice, okay? And when it gets brown, it's done. Yeah, when it gets like a color, like a brown color. Frying the rice.
Why does it have to be brown?
Because it has to be brown. You know, that was on top of shit. I didn't know.
Standing this close to you.
I didn't know she had her phone. My bad.
I don't do this on the regular.
My bad.
No, I don't know how you're not sweating here. Oh, shit, hot.
Bandana helps. That's why I wear the bandana.
You shredded all the chicken already? Tell us what you did.
So I shredded the chicken, and then I pour salt all over, and then I mix it up with my hand, because you want to make sure your chicken is salted. If not, it's going to taste villainous.
Okay, and then this?
We took some canned tomatoes, and we just put it in the food processor, and we, you know, processed it. Yeah. And then we're going to pour that tomato and this bouillon, and then some cups of water into this rice. And this oil is already heating up for the tacos. Typically, you want to warm up your tortillas, but these tortillas are already warm. So it's good. You just need to warm them up so that they could be pliable, so you could roll them up. Because if you roll them up without warming them up, then you're going to break the tortilla.
Wait, what?
Okay. So we're going to put some of this tomato puree we made because we didn't have tomato sauce. We had to improvise. Let me turn this back on. Medium heat is fine. Pour a little bit of this in here. Sizzle, sizzle. Stir it up. Stir it up. And then you need some water. And then you need some salt. And you don't want to over salt it because you're going to put that bouillon stuff. And that has a lot of salt in it already, but you still need the salt. I know some people don't put salt because they think they're with the salt. And then you can taste it. Wait a little bit and then taste it. While it's cooking, like get a little bit of the juice and taste it to see if it needs any like more salt or more bouillon. Just stir it around. Get everything incorporated. And then you put a lid on it, and you want it to be at a medium heat because you don't want the rice to burn on the bottom and the top is still gonna be like, you know, nasty. Yeah, not good, nasty.
There was a piece of chicken in there. No, you should have used the water from the chicken.
No, because it had all that white stuff. I didn't take it out, that's why. Alright, and we're just gonna let it simmer. And don't, like, Don't just constantly stir it. Let me see if we can get that rest of the water.
Yeah.
You don't want to constantly stir it. You just want to let it sit
Simmer.
and simmer, get dry, all that. Don't stir it. That's what people do is they stir it and they make it on there. And I did wash the rice before and I let it dry outside so it'll be nice and fluffy. We're just gonna let it simmer. And then we're gonna go on to our tacos.
Hi.
Pull the heat up a little bit. This oil is already nice and hot.
What am I doing?
You're gonna get your tongue, and you're gonna give them a couple minutes, let them get fried on one side. It's okay if they're not perfect. They don't have to be perfect, but just make sure you leave them there a little bit. And try to leave them at a medium heat, or what you like, because you want them to be crispy, but at the same time, you don't want the motherfuckers to burn, Motherfucker burn. Excuse the language if any children are watching. But I will make some half ones too. Like the half ones, you can actually, they're really good for putting like stuff inside, like your filling, But you can put cheese and whatnot. But most people put the cheese and they put the guacamole and the salsa and the crema and all that stuff on the top. And they just eat it like a taquito. This is similar to a taquito, but I think a taquito is more smaller and thinner. And it's more compact. So this one is getting kind of crispy, but you want it to be more crispy. You want to make sure the oil is nice and hot and you have a good amount of oil. Don't be skimpy with the oil, okay? And then you need a plate like this one with a lot of napkin so it could drain the oil, because you don't want to eat a fucking bunch of oil, okay? I'm just saying. So we made some tacos over there, nice and fried. And now we're going to make some half ones. Like I said, you can do them rolled or half. Some people like them in a half because that way it's easier to put your stuff inside, like your toppings. And some people, they like the rolled one because they put all the toppings on the top. But I like them either way, so I'm gonna make some half ones right here. And I did check my rice. My rice is already done. I did taste it. It does need a little bit of salt, but a good tip is to undersalt and oversalt, because you cannot take away salt, but you can always add salt. So if somebody doesn't want too much salt, or somebody wants like the salt flavor, they can just add the salt in their own plate, which is why I always try to undersalt, because you cannot take off salt, but you can add more salt. Yeah. Doesn't taste. Not with rice.
You heard her? Water down. I didn't think you heard her.
So you want to hold it there for a minute, so it doesn't open up. I know it just opened up on me. Turn this down a little bit. You want to make sure they're crispy, you know. You can make them soft. I do make them soft for somebody, because they like them soft. So I try not to like crisp them up too much, but I like it really crispy. Yeah.
How'd you know?
Because I didn't say anything. So make sure they're soft. If like you're making them for a baby or something, you know, like a toddler, because you know maybe having some fragile teeth. But make sure they're crispy, you know. Turn them around. They don't have to be even. This is not no fucking restaurant. You're not a motherfucking chef. Like, that shit does not have to look perfect. As long as it's cooked fully through and it tastes good, girl, bye.
You good?
Yeah, you good, okay? You Gucci. You hella Gucci. Because your family and your friends are going to be amazed that you were able to cook this Mexican meal. Like, that's the best thing, you know? Being able to cook. I learned to cook when I was like 8 or 9. My mama said, if you don't like what I eat, starve. And I wasn't going to starve. I had to eat, so I had to learn to cook. And the first thing I learned how to cook was fideo. And I loved it. It was so bomb. I remember until I was a little girl, me and my dad were hungry. We're like, what are we going to eat? We should make some fideo. I see my mom make it all the time. I'm going to make it. And we just made it. Well, mostly just me. That's a little backstory to my life. You guys will get a lot of that shit in my videos, okay? Just FYI. And I'm wearing a bandana because we were on a trip and it was hella hot. And this kind of helps from, you know, sweating a lot. But like I said, make sure they're crispy, then nice and golden brown. Depending on how crispy you want them.
Check
you know?
the other one.
I did check the one already. This is the final product. We're going to show you my friend's plate right here. It has beans. We did we bought the beans already made. Like we did the tortillas at a Mexican restaurant. I mean, at a Mexican store. My bad, excuse me. And we have rice right here. And she loaded up her tacos without her filling. So this is the finished product. It is so delicious. You don't have to make your own beans because this market, market has great freaking beans. I love their beans. So it's easy, nice and simple. This is what the finished product looks like. It is great. I don't know if you want to take a look at other people's plates, but this is what it looks like, and it is delicious. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe for more videos coming up. And just FYI, don't let your children watch these videos because I do tend to curse a little bit. So just the FYI, I warned you. Thank you. Peace.